Have you ever noticed how all it takes is one detail in the environment to change the entire vibe of the night? Now, imagine lying in bed and, instead of that strong light cutting across the room, feeling a soft glow, almost as if the night was wrapped in a blanket of comfort. It may seem silly, but believe me, a lot of nighttime anxiety arises when choosing a lamp. Maybe you've never paid attention to this, but today we're going to reveal why lighting is one of the greatest allies or villains. Do you know those times when a simple lamp created a festive atmosphere at family gatherings? The light was more yellow, calm. It even seemed to make the adults' voices lower when night came. Now everything is so clear that anyone can feel like an owl in their own room. Look, preparing the environment for relaxation is almost like preparing a delicious tea. If it gets too strong, it will become bitter. If you do it at the right time, it really calms down. Take a deep breath now. Notice how a simple detail in the environment already influences the way your body feels. Follow me, because soon we'll delve into stories that show in practice how each change turns into minutes of peace in our routine. What if all that nighttime anxiety really had a culprit as simple as the brightness of the lamp? Raphael has always had a similar routine, but something has changed in recent years. After dinner, he liked to walk through the house turning on all the lights, creating what he called an illuminated hallway. However, all you had to do was enter the room to feel your heart racing. The sun had already disappeared, but that white light cut through the ceiling and made everything so artificial that he lost sleep. Raphael's eyes felt heavy, but his ideas persisted in running a marathon inside his head. In the silence, every noise seemed louder. The ticking of the clock became deafening. Hands grew cold on the sheets. It wasn't just physical. He would wake up tired, feeling like he had never really rested. Have you noticed how the body feels this difference in environment? Turning 60 brought many lessons learned and some generous touches of wisdom, but not even Raphael escaped the discomfort of sleeping poorly night after night. The problem in these cases goes beyond visual discomfort. Bright light at night directly interferes with a substance called melatonin, responsible for warning the body that it is time to relax and replenish energy. Without this natural rhythm, the head won't slow down, and not every soft pillow will be effective. Look at another interesting detail. Environments with soft, indirect light reduce symptoms of nighttime anxiety by up to 40%. Something like this causes some surprise, doesn't it? Just imagine almost half of the restlessness going away with one simple adjustment. Now, many people think that bright lighting protects, that it makes everything safer, especially at night. Curious how this belief is passed from generation to generation, isn't it? But does keeping a room lit really protects you from the main thief of peaceful nights, which is mental fatigue itself? Tell me, have you tried sleeping with a soft light just to see what changes? Or did you wonder if your heart wouldn't feel calmer in dim weather, like in the old days when a flashlight was enough for an adventure in the backyard? All I had to do was turn on the light in the hallway and voila, it seemed like there were no more monsters under the bed. Now, we need to look carefully at these details before looking for solutions. The next step is to question whether other beliefs are getting in the way of your restful sleep. Follow me as we will break new ground in the search for true nighttime calm. Have you ever heard that story that only those who suffer from insomnia need to worry about the light in their room? This is the second belief that usually passes through generations without us even realizing it. The truth is far from that. Anyone, even those who call themselves sleepers, can feel the effect of bright light on their head and mood. Studies show that light sleep, when we wake up to any noise, is linked to the quality of lighting in the environment. You know, that nap interrupted by insistent thoughts, or that noise from the refrigerator? Often, the root is in out-of-tone brightness at night. Moment of breathing. Remember a recent night when sleep seemed to slip through your fingers, even without insomnia. Has it ever happened there? Now, contrary to what is generally thought, warm and soft lamps are not just an aesthetic detail or a choice of artistic people. They have practical functions, and lots of them. The intensity and color of the light, called color temperature, influence whether the body will feel that good urge to yawn or will prepare to run a marathon of thoughts. Color temperature is nothing more than a way of measuring whether a light appears more yellowish, warm, or whitish, cold. It's like comparing the pleasant heat of a fireplace with the intense glow of a flashlight on your face. If you choose the right one, the benefit is immediate. Less irritated eyes, a calmer mind, and even the desire to curl up under the covers increases. Many are surprised to discover that soft light can improve sleep regardless of previous problems. Have you ever felt the difference in entering an environment with this comfortable climate? Share your experience here in the comments. Does the light in your room help or hinder rest? Let me know if you've tried changing the light bulb or if you have another secret to relaxing at night. And take the opportunity to sign up, leave a thumbs up, and make sure you don't miss the next well-being tips. Basically, adapting the lighting in the room is like preparing the perfect environment for tea by lamplight. Inviting, relaxing, free from excess. I just needed to realize that the routine could be lighter without all that glare. Take a deep breath, feel your body relax, and prepare your heart. In the next section, I will show you real and affordable solutions to transform your nights into moments of pure comfort. When imagining truly peaceful nights, lighting becomes the protagonist of possible changes. What if you tried installing an indirect light next to the bed? A lampshade with a yellow bulb of up to 7 watts makes a difference right away. Just choose a simple model, plug directly into a socket or on a table, and avoid pointing the light upwards or at your eyes. The environment takes on a welcoming tone, almost like returning to a childhood porch, but without having to face the serenity. The tip is to turn it on half an hour before going to bed, allowing the body to slowly start to slow down. Those over 60 feel this benefit well. Less agitation, more muscle relaxation, and that feeling that the body is being listened to by its own routine. Imagine adding this touch to a small change in the fabric of the curtains. During breakfast, many people discover that exchanging heavy curtains for translucent fabrics makes the day lighter. The translucent curtain lets the sun in gently in the morning and filters out excess light in the evening. The result is a balance between privacy and regulated light, something that protects sensitive eyes and leaves the room ready for a deeper rest. A useful application is to keep the curtain closed in the late afternoon. This way, you reduce the shock of light and prepare the environment for a serene night. The infallible mini recipe for complete relaxation. Add 2 drops of chamomile essence to an electric diffuser. Add 100 ml of water and turn it on about 40 minutes before bed. The soft aroma, in addition to pleasing the sense of smell, enhances the feeling of tranquility, especially when the room is already surrounded by warm, filtered light. Have you tested any of these changes? Tell us in the comments how it went or what you were curious to try. Now imagine Sophia, who used to jump from one TV channel to another, unable to find peace in her own room. After embracing the indirect light and changing the curtains, she noticed the delicate scent of chamomile and noticed that the yawning came sooner. A discreet relief, as if she had learned a new dance move, clumsy at first, but smiling with each attempt. After all, adapting habits can be almost funny, like learning to control a new TV. Strange at first, but liberating when peace of mind arrives to stay. Some nights call for even more delicate solutions. Contrary to what many think, regulating light intensity is possible even without changing all the wiring or investing in expensive technology. Have you ever considered using dimmers, those small devices that control the brightness of the lamp in a simple way? They allow you to adjust the brightness depending on the moment, from preparing your room to closing your eyes. Simply turn the button to a gentle level, creating a cozy atmosphere ideal for reducing anxiety before bed. If installing a dimmer seems complicated, a practical alternative is to use self-adhesive LED strips, which can be stuck to the headboard of the bed or behind furniture. With a simple control, it is possible to switch between warmer tones, adapting the environment for calm nights. The biggest benefit for those over 60 is feeling like they can control their own time, bringing into the home that calm atmosphere of evenings spent chatting in the dim light in the days when only a lamp lit up the room. To boost your preparation for sleep, here's another sensory mini recipe. Prepare a relaxing sachet with 1 tablespoon of dried lavender or chamomile flowers and a handful of raw rice. Place everything inside a thin fabric bag, tie it, and place it on your pillow just before bed. The aroma and soft touch texture create an olfactory and tactile memory, facilitating deep rest. Sophia, who previously ran around the house without peace, has now implemented all these changes. At first, the calm was strange, but he quickly found himself sleeping through the night, waking up without the constant dark circles under his eyes, and in the morning, feeling the pleasure of opening the window to the day that was beginning well. The nighttime anxiety became a distant memory, replaced by small joys, like the smell of lavender on the pillow. However, not everything was so simple. In the beginning, Sophia would forget to turn on the indirect light or leave the sachet out of place. She used alarms on her cell phone and left notes near the light switch, strategies that really worked. Many of these changes remind us of advice from grandparents, of nights with herbal tea and bedside stories, when anxiety was just a dictionary word. Reducing light, adjusting the routine, and making nights predictable are small inventions with big results. Continuous sleep, less racing thoughts, and that desire to live each morning. If you want to share how you adapted your routine, write in the comments. Take the opportunity to subscribe, activate notifications, and share this content with someone special. The challenge of the week: choose a solution and test it at least 3 nights in a row, then tell us how it went. In the next videos, new well-being tips will accompany you on this journey. Remember, every night can be lit in the right way, bringing peace like a lamp, choosing the brightness of the new day.